All right. Let's try this intro again. All right. Check 1 2. This is the MattViolinist Podcast. We got Priya in the building.
Hey.
How you doing, Priya?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm hanging in.
Yeah.
You know, trying not to die, trying to stay alive.
That's
you know?
right.
You know what I mean? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. No, but it's actually cool that we actually came in contact because it was just mad random. So, yeah, pretty much somebody sold me some edibles that I took probably about 2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
So when these what is their name? I think it's like Liberty NYC or something like that. I'll get the plug right in a second, but they were selling me some edibles, and then when they found my page and saw that I was a violinist, they were like, "Oh, we've worked with somebody before who plays the violin also." I'm like, "I bet send me the page." It was your page.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, she in Brooklyn?"
Oh, that. Yeah.
I was like, "All right, hold on.
Yeah.
I had to make sure I linked you, show some love, and make sure that I got you on the show because I respect other musicians that do like the same stuff that
Yeah.
that I do.
Yeah.
Because I know this game is not easy.
Not at all.
It's not easy.
Not at all.
People think that we just, stand up and play and smile and get paid a few dollars, but there's a lot of bickering and fighting and a struggle really just to get what we want and what we need.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually what we need.
Yes.
Honestly.
Exactly.
So.
But yeah, I'm glad we got to connect. Like, I watched all your videos and everything. So when you reached out, I was like, what? This is a prank. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like, you're getting my hopes up, but here we are.
It's actually pretty funny because there's actually a lot of people that say that to me. Like they'd be like, "Oh, I didn't think that you would reach out." I'm just like, "Why would I not reach out?"
Yeah.
And it goes back to the conversation that we were having earlier about me just being a regular person. I just happen to do something that you enjoy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? Not living lavish yet. You know what I'm saying? Like link up. It's a small community. Why not?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
I completely agree.
I'm extremely grateful that you are here.
Thank you for having me.
It's gonna be lit. I'm gonna do our little freestyle thing and do a little collab and everything. So
Yep.
I hope you're prepared to be here all day.
Of course.
All day.
I cleared my day, so we're good.
People be asking for more videos and shit like that. I'm like, yo, for that little 1 minute, be taking all day to get done. All day.
That part wasn't right. Let's do it over. Oh my gosh.
Man.
Stressful.
And that's just the music part. That's not even coming down to the filming.
Yeah. A lot goes into it.
You ready to start charging people online? Nah, for real, man. I gotta pay me
y'all
X
want
amount
content?
an hour.
Well.
That's what I've been trying to tell people. Anybody that wants to get into it, kids and stuff like that, I'm like, look, if you're not blessed to have a team on your side, you're gonna have to do this stuff by yourself. And it's just it's not impossible to do it all by yourself and get a high quality product, but it takes some time.
Yeah.
It takes some time. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes.
Right.
For me, I had to learn that a lot of this shit is all subjective. Nobody really has all of the answers.
Exactly.
Interpret lightly.
That's so true. You have to do what also works best for you. Nobody knows what works best for you, especially being a violinist, in different genres. And what we do, is different from what maybe a classically trained violinist that plays in the orchestra does. So it's we go and ask them. It's not going to be the same as, your journey or my journey. So you just got to learn. I
don't ask them orchestra motherfuckers shit. I really don't. I really, really don't. Them motherfuckers be blowing mine. I'm not going to lie.
Really?
Yeah, it's like this highbrow, society with these orchestra people.
Uh-huh.
They be fucking talented as hell. I'm not going to lie. I would never, discredit them on that end.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just you did what in what position? You didn't shift? You didn't use your fourth finger, you used your third?
Supposed to be in third, not second position.
Shut your ass up.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. They're just not that relatable to me. We might play the same instrument, but I don't know. We just vibrate on two separate frequencies.
Yeah. I definitely get that. And how you feel it, your interpretation of it, completely different. Music, what moves
everything
you, is different.
What is dope, what's not dope, even things that I would I'm willing to experiment with. Doesn't even cross their mind.
Right.
That's
true.
What's funny? This actually goes into a conversation that I wanted to have. There was this one open mic that I did the end of 2019. It was you know, some of my friends like work at Starbucks and everything, and they were just like, oh, just pull up. There's an open mic, do your thing. I'm like, all right, these are my people. I don't, you know, it's not all about the money.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like
exactly.
these open mics and these like smaller paying gigs. That's how you make the contacts.
Yes.
That's a big thing. It's just knowing when to like allow that kind of stuff to come enter your space.
Yes.
You know, or when to accept it. Anyway. So yeah, I did the event. And then there was this woman that came up to me. She was like, you play so beautifully. I'm like, oh, thank you. You know, I appreciate the compliment, whatever. She was like, there's this woman that comes into Starbucks every day, and she plays the violin too. She has this class. This is a black woman, by the way, that was telling me about this woman that also plays the violin, who happened to be a white woman. So her comment was this. She was like, you know, you have to like get in contact with her, and you have to go represent for us. So when I looked this lady up, you know, she's a white woman. She teaches at a camp with predominantly white kids. All of it is classical. So in my head, I'm like, why the fuck do I have to go here to go represent? You know what I'm saying? Like, I am already with my people. Yeah. I know what they like. Why do I have to go to this white establishment to represent for us? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. I don't want to teach people about this. You know what I'm saying? It's either you know about it or you don't. You know? Yeah. Oh my God.
I got you.
And I hope I didn't rub this lady the wrong way, but that shit just didn't make any sense to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've played in places where it's like predominantly white, or just not the crowd that I'm accustomed to playing with. You know? So, and it's just like, the reaction is different. Right. The energy is different. You know why? They don't get it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They know that you could play. You know, they know that you're doing something spectacular, but they don't understand it. It's the same way that like classical music didn't resonate with me. Right. You know?
I get you, and I feel the same way. And sometimes, and I don't think it's any like, they just want to make it known that there's someone, you know, that looks like us that does play the violin. It's really rare, and you always get that. Even when I play my gigs, I get the same things, and you know, you need to connect with that person and play here, and oh my gosh, it's so rare to see you play the violin. And just understanding that it's okay to just play with, you know, people that look like us. You don't have to go out there and try to like collab and just try to fit in or be involved in somewhere where you just don't feel comfortable. So if this is what you want and these are the kind of gigs and the energies that you want, it is okay to seek after that and only do that. You know, yes, you want to expand your network. Absolutely. But you have a choice in who you network with. And if you want to be around people, you know, that understand you and understand the music and understand, you know, what moves you and relates to you, then there's nothing wrong with that. But definitely, I don't see, like, when they say it, I don't, you know, know, like, they're just, like, I guess proud. Yeah. Most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think she meant that, and, you know, she didn't mean that, like, maliciously or anything like that. And I wasn't really offended. It just made me think about...
like, why?
Yeah, it's just like, why? I don't want to go there. I don't want to... Yo, you know what's one of the things that I love? I love going to schools, like, in the Bronx. Yeah. Yo, once they give me them, like, okay, this is, it, like, literally how it'll go. The principal will be like, all right, class, all right, students, so today we have a very special guest. Mr. Violinist, is it? Just call me Matt. We have Matt the violinist coming in. And he's going to come in, he's going to play something great for you guys. Are you guys ready? So make sure you guys just sit still, sit down, and make sure you guys behave, all right? He's coming in to perform, so he worked very hard, so make sure you guys sit down and be quiet. So here's Mr. Matt. Give me the mic. The first thing I do is, yeah. The whole crowd goes like, yeah. Like, yo, it goes crazy. But you see what I'm saying? It's something as simple as a simple greeting that's relatable. Yes. It's less about me playing. It's more so the fact that this is somebody who looks like me. Exactly. That came from the same place as me. That's performing at this high level. Yes. You see what I'm saying? Yes. They get it. They get it.
Yes. And those are the kids that you want to inspire. Exactly. You know?
Exactly.
You don't know who's still thinking about, remember that violinist, and who's begging their parents to put them in lessons or something. You never know whose life, you know, you change by that one moment. Just seeing someone, you know, like you do it.
Yeah. And I've been on the opposite end too. Like when they used to bring in other musicians and they'll be playing all of these weird instruments. They'll be old and greasy and shit. I want to be like you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't see myself in you. Like,
like, it's cool, but...
You know what I'm saying?
I got you, yeah. I got you.
So anytime I go play at these schools, like I just really want to be relatable first.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about what I'm playing. Can you relate to them?
Yes.
That's the most important thing. You know, so it's like even when the kids pull up to me, like they try to get, it's weird. They try to get autographs and shit. I'm like, bro, just take a picture. It'll last longer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm a regular dude. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Just follow me. Whatever.
Oh my god.
I want an autograph from my mom. I don't know your mother. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just me.
Yeah.
That's how we talk.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to go to these other kids that went to preparatory schools all their life and shit like that. And I don't relate with that. I don't relate with you.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that establishment. Mm-hmm. It's just I'm not itching to get out there to represent my people that way. Yes. You know, there are powerful and authentic platforms that I use and that are, you know, orbiting around us 24/7 that we can use to like relate to our people. So I don't gotta go over there.
Yes. I agree.
So when they throw that money in my family, I'll be there.
I mean, when that rent is due, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do, right?
You gotta do.
So, but I get you.
How did you get into the violin?
So I was in the 2nd grade and there was an after school program called the No Pointer Foundation. So my teacher announced it. I think she was like, there's 2 spots left. So I was like, I want it. You know, it's something new. It's something different. I've always loved trying new things. So that's how I got started. And I've just stuck with it. After I graduated, I did quit for a few years, but then picked it back up and I've been playing ever since. Do
you like it?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Now that I'm like getting to a new level, it's a little bit more challenging, but I still love it. Like I can't imagine not playing.
You know what I really hate?
What?
I hate learning new material on the violin. You know why? It's fretless. The part that's annoying, like honestly, the part that I really get jealous of with other players is the fact that you don't have to really worry about intonation. We have to worry about that from the moment we pick up the instrument to us being super duper
I was just
advanced.
thinking about that. You guys have to worry about wrong notes, but we have to worry about wrong notes and intonation on top of that.
And then it's super technical.
And tone. Like if I hit an A on the keyboard, you hit an A, most likely it's gonna sound the same as long as we don't slam it. But if I play something on the violin and you play something else, our stroke can be completely different, change the whole tone. So I got you.
Yo, I'm telling you, I'd be so jealous. I'm like,
yeah.
So it's like pause. The only thing you got to do is just blow into this instrument and move your fingers, and that's it. That's it.
I got you.
Like,
or the drums, it just gotta hit
rhythm.
like.
You don't have to worry about going to like the bridge or changing none of that.
Exactly. You don't gotta learn notes and chords.
Nothing.
But the drums takes a lot of stamina. I give them that.
I'd rather sweat.
30 minutes.
I would rather sweat than to be stressed in my head.
And mental.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
And I have so much joy just playing the drums. Like I always wanted to play the drums.
Yeah.
Like violin.
See?
Get the fuck on. Come on, son. Like. I was tight.
Oh my gosh.
I was tight. So what made you want to pick the violin back up? Like when you put it down?
What did I do? I think I just reconnected with the program again. And what happened, my sister and I got into it, and then my parents kind of just made the rest of my siblings pick up strings.
Yo, y'all was scrapping?
So, no, got into the program.
I was about to say, I think it was a scrapping up. We were about to play the violin.
Absolutely not.
Shit, tell me about that fight.
My older sister and I, we started like the program at the same time, and then my younger siblings followed, and we reconnected with the No Pointer Foundation. They have relocated, so we just started going again and picked it up.
That's fire.
So yeah.
That's fire. But I always tell people, like, you know, after events, they'll be like, you know, I always wanted to learn the violin. And I think that, like, from hearing you play, I'm going to pick it back up. I was just like, look, you seem like a happy person. If you want to remain that way, do not pick this shit up. This shit was snatch your soul.
Oh, my gosh. We're so opposites in that, because I'm always just like, do it. Life is short. Like, you still have time.
Listen, out of all the lies I be telling about this instrument, one thing I would never lie about is actually enjoying it. It's just like, fam, it's so difficult. Like, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
It's a lot.
It's really a lot. Like,
it's so many things that go into it, and they work together. But it's worth it, right? No?
It's worth the money. Let me tell you.
Oh my god!
No,
you have to enjoy it.
No,
like...
you know why I do enjoy it. I this is the part that I love about the instrument the most. It's the reactions that I can pull out of other people. That's what I enjoy the most.
Yeah.
Not the instrument itself.
Yeah.
But when it's shift up to 7th position and make sure your intonation is on point and miss me with all that shit. That's not why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see some bitches shake some ass to the fact that I'm playing the violin. I'm playing,
my god!
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the fact that I'm able to like spin it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you mean to tell me that I can manipulate an audience the same way I can do like while DJing with the violin? Mm-hmm. All right, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. Let's you know what I mean?
That's a fun way to look
the
at
cool
it.
part.
Yeah.
That's the cool part. If there's anything that I do love, it's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. Like, definitely people's reactions, the love that you get, the dancing, the screams, sometimes the tears.
You get tears a lot
in church, or like when I play my ballads. Like, you almost made me cry. So that means a lot.
If I almost made you cry, you almost made me charge you too. Shit ain't free. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah.
Damn. So you play in church all the time?
Yeah.
Well, back when it was open.
That's pretty much how I got here. How I trained my ear. How I'm able to play different songs and just pick it up immediately from playing in church. So.
I'd be jealous of y'all church people too.
Why? Because
I just feel like everybody that I know that learned an instrument through church, they have this soulfulness about them, this freeness about them.
Yeah.
And it's just like with me, when I play the instrument, I'm very boxed in as far as like melody and just like my ideas of like where the melody could go or what you can do with it. It's very boxed in. It's very A to B. Church musicians be going from A to C to S to X, coming back to B. I'm just like, how do you...
And make it flow, and you just like, how did you get there? Yeah.
That's what I'm like jealous about. I'm like, damn, I never learned an instrument through church.
Yeah. I mean, have you thought about, just jumping in on a church? Like, hey, can I play with you?
Quiet as kept. I'm like super intimidated by like church musicians. Because they be going... I'm just like, yo, how do y'all do that? Come on, son. You want me to just keep up with that? And we got a solo from the violinist. I'm just sitting there like...
And then it's, oh my gosh, in church, it is random. They will put you on the spot. This is the part I hate. They will put you on the spot. And I think that's another reason why church musicians are so skilled. You have to be quick on your feet.
Super.
Like if Sally Mae starts singing a song in whatever key, you need to be able to pick it up. If not, you're gonna look crazy.
First of all, Sally Mae's not invited to anybody's church. We trying to get church from the people. She trying to get money from us from a semester that I fucking did 12 years ago. You know what I mean? Sally Mae is not invited to no church.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Keep her out of there.
I am weak. She's not. Sally Mae gotta go.
Yeah,
she's not invited to any events, parties.
I know they said make disciples of many nations, but your nation is not invited here. So.
Yeah. I agree with you on that one. But it can be intimidating, but like if you're confident and you're willing to learn, like you get over that.
See, my confidence really comes from practicing. So taking my L's in private. That's why I don't like gyms. I'm dead serious. I don't like training in front of other people. Yeah. I don't like being bad in front of other people.
I got you.
When I sucked at the violin, you know where I sucked? Pause. I sucked inside the practice room. Like, super
where nobody can hear you and see you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's just instruction from the person that already knows how to do it. So it's just like going into environments where I'm just super uncomfortable and then you have to like, just play.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but it feels good. We're going to practice that.
Okay.
I'm going to just throw on a random song and I'll be like, play what moves you.
Okay.
I'm like, nothing you heard.
You want me to play what moves me?
Yes.
All right. Let's start off by turning this shit off. All right. And put on the shit that I actually like to play. All right. Let's start there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah. That's hilarious. But definitely playing in church. Whew. You want to get good, get around some good church musicians. Your play will skyrocket.
But I always tell people, I feel like I'm a better producer than I am musician.
That you're a great producer. I think you're a great musician, but your mashups, like, just like, can I hire you to make my mix, Listen, so I could just perform over it?
I be telling people, if you really need something done, I can hook you up. I can definitely hook you up. And I feel like my greatest ideas comes from working with other musicians.
Yeah.
When I'm here by myself, I'm just like, what do you want to do? I don't know, just do one song. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know I can play 45 songs in 30 seconds, I don't know what it is. Those ideas don't spark up until I'm around other people. Even though I know that I'm more than capable of like creating them. You know what I'm saying? Like I've done it before.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just something that being around other people just challenges you, and pulls it out of you. Just like, you're not about to make me look like I don't know what I'm doing. So, I
don't really have that feeling.
Really?
I don't have that feeling. Oh my gosh. And I feel like that has to do with the fact that, like, when it comes to, like, really creating high quality products, I will learn everything.
Yeah.
If I have to. So it's just like, when I bring other people in, it's just like, I know that I'm capable of doing all of these various jobs. So I don't have that feeling. It's just like,
sometimes it's just like, I don't know, you just want to put your best foot forward. And then sometimes it's just when they're on everybody's operating on a higher level, it kind of brings you up there and challenges you to think critically, as opposed to yourself. It's just kind of you bouncing ideas off, and you have to be disciplined to challenge yourself. But when you're around other people, it's just like, we're thinking critically, we're being creative, we're not settling. So I think it's good to be around other energies. Other good energy.
Great, yeah.
Good vibes only.
That's part of the reason why, like for me, I have this whole vision in my head, like when things really do take off for me. I never say if. When it does. When it does. When it does. Like, I can't wait to have like that stereotypical entourage. Because I'm surrounded by the people that make me the most comfortable.
Yeah.
And you want to like drive me and fly me to different states and meet all of these different people, and then you expect me to just be comfortable all the time?
Yeah.
Nah, you need to put all of these 12 people on this tour bus too, because I need them here.
Yeah.
They put me in great spirits. 98% of like this act is about the spirit.
Yeah.
If my spirit is not there, it's not going to be a great show.
Absolutely.
But
what do you do when they're not around? Like,
go to the bar and drink until I feel good.
That's funny. Right, yeah.
I'm fake lying, but...
We'll leave that alone. But yeah, definitely just getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. Definitely that energy is there. Especially if it's a gig and everybody's on high energy, dancing, and doing all that. But what happens when you have a gig and they're dry? Then it's just like, you can't be dry too. So it's like, you got to come up with ways to make yourself comfortable. At least that's how I feel, because I just be like, oh my gosh.
I don't.
You just be like, look, I'm gonna give y'all what y'all giving me.
Like, y'all want 30 minutes? It's already been 10? You want more of this shit, man? Y'all mad boring. Like, come on, fam. At least make it 25 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Let me go early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
No, but I don't know. Making myself comfortable. I don't think I've been able to make myself comfortable. I'm very scary. I feel like in my head I'm very scary.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I'm so fucking rehearsed. Like I can do this like in my sleep.
Yeah.
But it's just like just put yourself in a place where you can at least be comfortable playing.
Yeah.
Even if you're not comfortable within the people that you're around. And I actually have more problems playing with intimate crowds than I do with like massive crowds, like 15,000, 20,000.
That makes sense.
Like the intimacy kills me on the inside.
When it's one person in the room, it's just like,
and they just staring at you.
Exactly. Can you close your eyes?
Face the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, face the corner. Don't look at me, bro.
Yeah, but like bigger crowds, I don't know. It's weird. It's so weird. But when you perform, you can't tell. Like, you're so free. You're so in it. You're dancing. You're moving. Like, so I guess keep doing whatever it is you're doing.
You speaking a different language, talking about being free and dancing and shit. In my head, it is something completely different when I'm performing.
Really?
Super rehearsed. It's produced.
You can't tell. You can't tell.
Can you? People still think I'm having fun on that stage. I'm just like, bro, listen, this is my job.
Yeah, it looks like you're having fun and you're just feeling the vibes, but
it's a production.
Okay.
It's a production.
I got you. Got you. So we rehearse everything.
Everything.
Got it.
Everything. And it's crazy too. Like, I feel like rehearsal is more so of this for me. Are you rehearsed enough for when like the adrenaline hits when you're on the stage? Because once that adrenaline hits, it fucks up everything. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, does your body know? Like, are you trained enough to make your body not respond to the adrenaline and just rely on your rehearsal?
Honestly, no. I have a lot of work to do with that because, like you said, once that energy kicks in and it's a different feeling, and sometimes what you rehearse, it's not what comes to your fingers or your bows or what comes to your feet. And, you know, when you get extra hype, it's just like, I'm doing this or I'm doing that. And then you start sweating and then it just, all of those things play a role. So
that sweat be killing me. I'll be up there sweating like a pastor.
What I'm just like, how do you? It's bad. Oh my gosh! And then during quarantine now, most of the gigs are outside, so violin sliding down because I'm so sweaty. But
take the violin off, and shit is like drenched in sweat.
Exactly.
You so probably gross. Got mad makeup on the shit too.
Oh like. Yeah, all running all over. I have to clean it, but. One way I do combat the adrenaline, like when you see me perform, you'll see me take deep breaths. So like I make crazy violent faces, but I'm reminding myself in my head, you gotta breathe and you gotta chill out. So I'm like taking deep breaths. I close my eyes for a second and like, okay, you gotta center yourself and then bring it back. But it's hard.
It's not like, easy.
Yeah.
It's really not easy.
Yeah. But I prefer to have that excitement, that adrenaline running, than to not have it and just be playing like, okay, this is not working. So.
You know what's funny? I always know that my adrenaline is running when I start sweating.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, it's 35 degrees in this building. Yeah. I'm like, yo, it's hot in here to me. You know what I'm saying?
Like, working hard. Like, oh my God.
That's how I know that I still care. For me. You know, if I'm nervous about it and I'm happy. And once I start sweating, it's just like, yeah. You care about this. This is why. This is the reason why you should still practice.
Yeah.
You know? But there's one thing that I do not do for me. It's not healthy for me to do. I don't ever watch back somebody's like filming me doing a live performance. I don't ever watch that back.
Really?
Because why? I feel like the phones don't pick up the audio and the pitch correctly. So it's just like when I'm performing, I feel like I'm on key or whatever. Then I'll watch back like somebody's phone recording. I'm like, yo, I sound mad flat. And then I start like second guessing myself and everything. I'm just like, yo, you know what? I'm just not. I don't watch nobody's like playback of a live performance. Like,
yeah.
I'll get into my head like big time.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get myself out of that. Like any musician that I work with, they're just like, you need to listen back so you know what not to do or to do for the next time. You don't have to listen to that. It's true though, because sometimes I'll be like, okay, you need to smile. Like, you know, you need to angle yourself more to this side, or I don't know, your hair was crazy. You need to do this style. Like, it's a lot you can learn from past. It's hard.
If I watch it, I'll watch it on mute. I'm not joking. You're laughing. I'm dead not joking. I would dead ass watch that whole shit on mute.
I'm trying to. That's hilarious.
It's not funny.
I don't know. I feel what you're saying.
Because that shit could really, like, it legit ruined my day before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, I've been busting my ass to do this, and I sounded like this?
Yeah. I trust me, I know the feeling.
And I feel like that's where that obsession for me, that's where the obsession of trying to get everything right. Everything is rehearsed. Everything is overproduced. Because it's just like, I can't afford for myself, from Matt to Matt, I can't afford to listen back to this and be disappointed.
Yeah.
You know?
I completely get you. But that's how you grow.
It is. So for me, it's just like, I write this shit down every day. It's just like, yo, just be easy on yourself, bro. You're going to make mistakes. You know, I don't know if you saw like my story the other day, but I'm just like, you know, it's in regard to basketball. It's like missing is part of the game. You're going to miss shots. Shoot your shot. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna mess up.
Exactly.
Just keep it pushing.
So what matters is that you just learn from them and
yeah,
don't keep making the same.
Don't beat yourself up.
Like, so like if a transition in a song, for example, say, okay, we need to fix that, but if you don't play it back, then you're gonna probably use that same transition again.
Nah, my mind is too sharp for that. I can hear it. I heard that shit.
Oh well, that's the that's the producer.
Yeah.
That's a benefit for you. Like that really is.
I heard that.
I wish. Like, I wish I would have done.
You got it. Nah, you got it. Honestly, listen, if you're a musician, you already understand how to compartmentalize and break things down into steps and to like, you know, instead of taking this whole large concept, you break it down to like 45 mini concepts and then eventually you work your way up. If you wanted to do all of this stuff too, DJ, film, edit, you can do it too. Anybody can do it. Yeah. Any musician, if you ask me.
I agree.
Here's the tough part though. This is my like superpower, and I feel like this is so weird on how I tie this all in. Like, apparently, I wasn't able to see between my kindergarten year and like third grade. What is it, nearsighted? I can only see up close. I can't see far.
I think so.
Whatever. I can't see far. That's the point.
Yeah.
But it's just like I used to always sit in the back of the room and everything, and I was still able to learn.
Gotcha.
You know,
yeah.
So it's just like. It's weird. It's just like I feel like due to the fact that I was nearsighted, I guess is the word. I think it's like the superpower thing. Like other senses became sharper. So going off of energies and vibes and everything, I think that those are the true talents of like DJs specifically. Your job is to read the room, and from reading the room, you now have to make judgment calls to like keep that room at the highest possible energy.
That is so important. Like people just underestimate the job of different DJs, musicians, things like that. Knowing your audience, you could blow a whole gig.
Yeah, you could bomb
simply because you didn't know how to read the room.
And to be honest, those are the kind of skills you can't really train for. You either got it or you don't. So it's just like I just feel like due to the fact that I couldn't see for all of those years, it just pay attention to the room. You could feel it.
Yeah.
That's what I always think about. Like, if you don't understand it, if you can't see it, you can feel it. So I can have my head buried into a laptop, but I can feel what I'm doing is right or wrong as a DJ.
Yeah.
So tying that back in, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. It's just really understanding how to use that same skill towards your craft.
Right. Exactly.
And that's how I do, like, that's why I feel like the production stuff is better for me, because it's just like the violin shit is just like, the DJ stuff is where I really get like really tied into like manipulating people. That's all it really is.
Yeah.
With this 3-minute song, how can you manipulate 5,000 people, 500 people, 100 people, one person?
Make them feel good and
just for a brief moment of time. I'm not gonna lie, DJing. Performing period is kind of witchcraft to me. Yo, you're literally hypnotizing people for a brief moment of time. Like, am I lying though? I'm dead serious.
I've never.
It's just kind of it's kind of sick. It's really kind of sick. You're literally thinking for people.
You think so?
Yes. Like, let me take you down my interpretation of the music that you like.
Okay.
And in order to do that, like people have to kind of let go. They have to be comfortable with it. Like, all right, you do your thing. You make all the judgment calls for like this next 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know, and some people make great judgment calls, some don't.
Yeah. Wow, that's an interesting perspective. I've never heard.
So we the devil. You, me, and every other musician / performer.
No.
We all the devil, man. No. Out here reading rooms and shit.
Oh my gosh. It's important though.
It's super important. And it's not just reading the room during, but having an idea of how that room is going to react pre-show. That's the tough part too. That's where I get into my head. But then when I'm actually there, it's like, bro, just trust your judgment. Like, you've been here before.
Right. and trust the work that you put in. I think that's important because once you get there, everything starts running through your head. Like, is this the right song? Is the right music? I don't know, but trust yourself.
And that's the tough part. Like, it's just committing. Just commit to it. Good, bad, or indifferent. Like,
yes.
Commit to it and move on. If somebody doesn't like it, if you don't like it, move on.
Just give it your all, and that's what matters, right?
Move on. And it's funny because amongst my friends, like, it's funny that I'm doing a podcast too because I feel like even like my public speaking has always been like kind of choppy. So obviously when it comes to DJing, there is a huge part of DJing that requires you to speak.
Right.
So me not feeling confident in my speaking...
It can be, which
Listen, I had to lock myself in a garage and just practice. Like I had to like literally write down the lines I'm going to say, and I said it after every transition. And I had to get to a point where I just committed to it. You know, then I had to invite one person in at a time because my family is super judgmental. Whether it's in a good way or a bad way, they're going to judge it. I had to call my brother and I'm like, yo, I'm practicing this. Like, tell me what you think about it. And I committed. Even though I didn't feel comfortable in it, it's just like, yo, just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. And I did it, and he was just like, yeah, it sounds fine.
Yeah. I'm just like...
Sounds fine, but I'm telling you, I had some really, like, bad nightmares, like, talking on the mic. Like, stuttering and, like, stupid shit like that.
Really?
Yeah, like, people laughing. Like, imagine that. Like, you're trying to, like, speak in confidence. You make a mistake, and then you see people laugh.
Oh, my God. That's... Whew.
But you got 2.5 more hours left. You better, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's what they hired you for.
That's an important aspect of performing, learning how to pull it together quick. Because if you don't, it will, that one, like for example, you said they laugh. That one laugh, you'll be thinking about it, the rest, and it'll affect your entire set, right? But you just gotta, all right, happen, leave it there. But I know what you're saying.
That shit is not fun.
No. Not at all.
You ever had any like nightmare gigs?
Nightmare gigs?
Like you was dealing with somebody who was a nightmare. Like it doesn't even have to like necessarily be the performance per se, but it's just like some element of that gig is a nightmare.
That's a good question.
Ever dealt with it like
So I had a recent gig. I wouldn't call it a nightmare, but it was definitely an experience. So I headlined a concert. Mind you, I'm a headliner, so I'm on the flyer. So I'm going to plug in my equipment and everything, and the sound guy's, moving around. So I'm standing here, I'm waiting for him to finish, and I'm waiting. At this point, I'm waiting for a good like 45 minutes. And finally, I get his attention. I'm like, hey, I'm the violinist. I don't have sound. And I'm opening the show. He goes, oh, I didn't know you were coming, so I can't help you. Keep in mind, he's the sound guy. Keep in mind that I'm on the flyer and that I'm getting ready to play in a few minutes. So, of course, like, I'm there. I didn't have a proper sound check. My sound was off. And one thing for me, most important thing to me as a musician is my sound. I don't care about anything else. I don't care if I'm playing for one person or I'm playing for 50 million people. My sound needs to be right. So that was frustrating. I still killed it. But like, if the sound's not right, it doesn't matter. You could be the best.
You lost everybody.
Exactly.
You could look good as hell. Smell good, feel good.
Exactly. And that's what I felt. But so, yeah, it's just that kind of experience. Nobody wants to go through that. So still made it happen and still killed it. But that's not fun.
It's not.
And then also, there was no reason to be rude, right? Like, for him to be rude. So,
it's funny as, like, being, like, a front of house engineer before. I get his frustration. I get it. Part of a sound guy's job is the preparation. That's like the majority of the work. So, it's just like, whether, I'm sure it wasn't your fault, but the fact that he didn't know that you were going to be there, as you know, we have very specific needs. It's not like we just need a mic and just go. We might need some reverb. Can you cut out some of the highs? Can you boost my mids?
Yeah.
Turn up my lows and everything. So it's just like, there's a lot of steps that go into making it sound good. And for a sound guy who's not prepared for that, that could be the most stressful thing in the world, especially if you have no idea on how to like make a violinist sound good, which goes back into the whole control thing.
I get that, but then that's also lack of preparation, I feel like, on his part, right? You should know what you're going into.
I mean, I don't know what happened, but there's been situations on my end where it's just like, I'll have like everybody's music, I'll list the people, and then, you know, something like that will happen. Somebody comes with a guitar. I'm just like, wait, time out. I've rehearsed this act for just a vocalist. Where's this guitarist coming from? I'm not prepared for that. But you want me to make this happen in like 30 seconds or less? Like, no, I need like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't have 5 minutes. Sorry, you can't go on, guitarist. You know what I'm saying? Like, it comes back to like judgment calls too.
Yeah.
Front of house engineers and, you know, their job is stressful too.
Yeah.
Super stressful.
I get it.
Managing artists and personalities as well. Listen, telling me I can't go on, like, look. How did you handle that, first of all?
I reached out to my contact person and I texted her and I was just like, because at the time she was on the stage, and I texted her, I don't have sound. And I was just very calm, and because me getting upset and getting attitude, that's not going to fix anything. And my thing was just like, you guys called me and I'm here to do a job. However, if I don't have sound, I can't do that job. And it's no fault of my own, especially when I've been standing there, you know, for almost an hour. And you're supposed to prepare sound. And then also the way he handled it could have been completely different. And then the other guy who was there, complete different reaction. He was just like, we gonna get you good. And I'm just like, you know. So yeah, it's just things like that.
That is a nightmare. Because that makes that puts your like spirit in like just a different
Exactly.
A different place.
Yes.
I'm here to perform. Why am I going back and forth with you about my sound, bro?
Exactly.
Shut your ass up, hook me up, and do your job. I'm sorry, that's not my fault. If it was my fault, I'll take full responsibility for it, but it's not.
Yeah,
so get me going.
And like you said, I can understand if I'm running in there and I'm supposed to go on at 8 and I'm getting there at 7:55. Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot me up and spit, fine, whatever. But I was letting him finish. I was standing there the whole time in the sun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, it's just, you know, I guess it comes with the territory.
It does. It really does.
But, yeah.
And, like, you know what's funny? Like, I can see other artists, like, I can pretty much get a gauge on where they are, whether they're like green new artists or like seasoned, depending on how they handle situations like that.
That's so true.
For me, you could be stern and effective. You can also be stern, rude, and ineffective.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like for me, I'm just like stern. This is what it is.
Yes.
And this is how it's going to go down. Because I know what I need. You only have an interpretation in front of like, you know, engineer guy. I know that you might be very, very qualified for your job. I just know in my experience, this is what works best for me.
Right. And there's no negotiation. That's it.
I do not negotiate on that. Yeah, I'm not. I'm saying I'll bring a board and they'll be like, oh, why can't you just plug into the DI?
Yeah.
We have reverb on our board. I understand that. I don't know how your reverb sounds.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious. I already have this preset.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna start taking you to my gigs because I'm still learning, you know, and can be very soft spoken. So
you just gotta learn how to tell people no.
You're right.
That's it. Like, I'm just not doing that.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry. It might be a little extra step for you, and I know it might be kind of redundant. But it's not you performing up there. It's me. This is what makes me comfortable.
Yeah.
Sorry. You have to plug in this board.
Exactly. It's crazy.
That still scares me every time.
That was definitely not ideal. Like, it could have went so differently because the people were good. Like, I played great. You know, it's just something. Nobody wants to go through that. So, especially when you're on the flyer.
I've been ignored by a whole sound crew before. Like, I remember there was this. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And, you know, big shout out to like Howard Theater's like crew. They are super solid, super knowledgeable. But you come on some bullshit, they are going to ignore you. Like pretty much, I just had bad intel.
Okay.
One of the coordinators for the event, they were just like, yeah, Matt, your sound check is at 4:30.
Yeah.
The event started at 5. The crew is done with sound check completely at 4.
Right.
So I show up at 4:30. Everybody's eating Popeyes and biscuits with no drink and everything. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Anyway, but I was just like, yeah, I'm Matt. I'm here for my sound check. They all did like this. They were just like, they looked back, looked at each other, and went back to eating. I'm just like, I don't know if you guys heard me, but right. I'm the violinist. I need to sound check.
My heart would have been so hurt.
So one dude pulled me to the side. He was like, yeah, man, you can't show up late like this. I'm like, bro, I showed him the email. I'm like, she told me to show up at 4:30.
Yeah.
He was just like, yeah, man, like this is like when we go on our break. This is like the only free time that we got.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I understand. I get it. I'm not mad at your reaction. This is not my fault.
Yes.
I was just following instructions based on the coordinator.
Yes.
She gave me the bad intel. So that one guy, I forgot his name. I think his name was like Carlos or something like that. He was like, come on, I'll hook you up. Mind you, there was like 8 people there. And all of them were just like,
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm on break, homie. Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a thing that just happens.
It happens. It happens. Sometimes it's the artist's fault. Sometimes it's just management's fault.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. Just miscommunications. But it's just like how you like handle it. And I didn't handle it rude. I was stern.
Right. Right, exactly.
I'm not being rude, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like that being rude, like blatantly rude, like, oh, y'all motherfuckers gonna just fucking ignore me?
Yeah, it doesn't help. Because they probably would have just still sat there. Like, you wouldn't have nothing, right? So,
like, oh, you think you're gonna talk to us like that?
How you react and talk to people is very important.
Yeah. Be stern. Don't be afraid to say no.
Yes.
even if somebody's like in like a crunch, they're like, oh, we don't have time to set all of that stuff up. I'm like, well, you don't have to. So this is what I need. I need X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. We can get this done really quick if you just listen to me.
Right. Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay, I don't feel so bad anymore.
You should never feel bad.
Because I was feeling so bad.
Never ever feel bad about that kind of stuff. This is what I need to succeed.
Yeah.
This is what I need for the performance to be good.
Right.
I never feel like I'm asking for too much. Mm-hmm. You might not want to do it, but I'm not asking for too much. Mm-hmm. This is just what I need.
Wow. It's crazy.
Oh, he's a diva. Okay.
But yeah.
The performance is still great though.
And that's what matters at the end of the day. Like, you killed the performance and hey.
And that's that. Mm-hmm. And that's that.
Yep.
Speaking of performances, when I was stalking your page, because you was trying to act like you wasn't stalking my page and lying about it. Lying about it and all that. Like, there's something wrong with stalking people's pages. That's what Instagram is for. You know what I'm saying?
Stalking.
I'm trying to see what you're doing. I'm trying to see when you broke up with your last boo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to figure out all of that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm weak.
What's the point of you having 450 posts if I'm only going to look at 10?
You right.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Anyway, while I was scrolling through your page, not stalking, of course, I saw that you did the Apollo.
Yes.
Please tell me about your Apollo experience from auditioning to actually performing and just that whole experience.
Yeah. So
start from the audition.
The audition, what time did I get out there? I got out there maybe like a little before 7. Mm-hmm. The line was already down the block.
Wrapped around the corner.
They didn't open the doors until like maybe 10, 11, but it was already. And then once I got there at the perfect time. Because once I got there, people kept coming, wrapped around the block. And keep in mind, we're in Harlem. Like, the blocks are long.
I know.
So that was fun. I wasn't alone. I had a friend there, so that made it a little bit easier. So got to the front. God is so good, because I was literally like one of the last like 3 people to get in. Had I gotten there maybe 2 minutes late, I wouldn't have gotten in, because they cut off. They're like, sorry.
They're only taking like what, 2,000 people or something like that? 2,000 like acts?
500? For that day, I believe it was less, like 200 something.
Oh, that's nothing.
I was 247. So I just made it. So the audition process, it was a little nerve-wracking. We're there all day. Oh, like from like 8 a.m. to like 8 o'clock in the evening, all day. But the people, they were so like some of the people, most of them, they were really supportive, really chill, like doing their acts outside, and we were encouraging them outside. Like, it was a vibe.
I hate them people.
Why?
Bro, it's 35 degrees outside. You over here pop locking and shit. Like, bro, sit your ass down and wait in line, bro.
That is funny. It was a nice day though, so we got lucky. But it took away some of the nerves, you know. And people are traveling from all over the place. Is their so a lot of them. This was their one shot. They didn't get it. That was it for them. But the audition was great. Got in the room. Killed it. It goes by so fast. You wait in there for hours, but the audition goes by so fast. And it can, if you don't make it, I feel like you can be embarrassed. But thank God I made it.
Nah, you know if you made it or not. You know because you get to see everybody.
Yes.
Like some of those acts, I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I should have had 2 extra hours because you knew that this shit wasn't it, and I could have been way ahead of you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like,
so. You just don't want to hear that thank you, because if you hear that thank you,
it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap for you.
It's a wrap.
That was great. The whole process, it was definitely a learning experience. It was awesome. It was exhausting. More so mentally exhausting, you know, like the competition, especially the higher the level. In the first round, you know, they're weeding out, you know, the not so good acts.
What did you place? Like, did you make it to Super Top Dog?
I made it to Super Top Dog, and I placed third. So that was the last round. So
you placed third right before. Like, what were your places?
So the first round, I placed second, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The first 3 rounds, I think I maintained second place, and then the last final round, Super Top Dog, I placed third. So even to make it to that last round as a instrumentalist, and the Apollo's a singer's house, right?
It is.
So even to make it that far, I was on cloud 9. Best experience I've ever had. I think my family was more disappointed than I was. They were like, I don't want this to kill your spirits, you know, and I'm like,
I'm chilling.
Well, exactly. I'm on cloud 9. Best experience I've ever had, but it was exhausting. And then trying to get tickets for my whole family and friends.
Yeah. It's messy.
I can't do it. Next time, y'all get your own stuff.
What year did you do it?
Was it last year?
So I'm a bad stalker because I should have known that.
It was 2018, I think. Yeah, it was 2018. And because I auditioned in September and then finished in November, Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's definitely Super Top Dog.
Yeah.
That's definitely Super Top Dog.
So, and it was right before the holidays. It was a great way to go to Thanksgiving. And so
it would have been nice to leave with that $10,000.
It would have been awesome. It would have been awesome, but you know, it wasn't in God's plan, and whoever won, it was that, you know, his plan for them to get that money, and it blessed them, and that's made connections.
Listen, I walked right off that fucking stage when I didn't win. I'm like, I'm out.
Are you serious?
I'm like, I love y'all. Y'all cool. I'm not sitting here celebrating with y'all motherfuckers. I didn't come here to fucking lose. I came here to win. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Oh my God.
Got confetti on the stage and shit. You think I'm gonna be sitting here and
yeah, what?
Fuck, yo, I'm out. I'm going home, son.
Yeah, but one of the best experiences I've ever had.
And that's
a rush.
Yeah, no, it is. Because the Apollo is tough. That's not an easy gig at all. It's brutal. It's really brutal.
They will boo you fast, quick and fast.
You could be killing it too.
Like, and then, yes, killing it, and then they'll boo you in the beginning, and then you do have a chance for a comeback. There are some contestants that, you know, they warmed up and then the people stopped booing them. But
I did the Apollo like 2 different series. Like when I didn't understand how like the production of the show really went and how they really decide winners and knowing who the sponsors are, like how do they put the asses in the seats? There was one time I almost got booed off that stage. Honestly, I've never really experienced this level of anxiety before, but I felt like my heart racing, and I can feel like the pulse. I guess it's my blood pressure. I can feel my pulse coming through my eyes.
Oh my
like
God.
I can like literally see my pulse.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, this is what you signed up for.
Yeah.
Go do it.
But once you hit that stage, like, I feel like ever since I stopped Apollo, I've been chasing that same high because it was great. Especially, I had one night was the best night. I mean, the audience was with me up, clapping, and mind you, keep in mind, they're tourists, right? So to see tourists getting up and vibing with you, and my sisters in the front tapping, like slapping the stage,
That's lit.
They were like my ride or dies. Like, I fed off that energy, and that's another thing. I fed off that energy, and I just took it and I ran with it. The fastest 3 minutes of my life, but it was great. Yeah.
I had some fast 3 minutes before, but it come from the Apollo.
But yeah, oh my gosh.
Nah, the Apollo, being on that stage feels like it's taking forever for me.
Yeah.
It drags. It really drags because the energy of my act, I'm playing like 7 different songs in 3 minutes.
And yeah.
So it's just like the energy of the act just kind of flows. It's super dynamic. So it's just like, okay, are they going to react to this song? Like, make sure you watch out for this part.
Right, all of that is playing in your head. Like, ugh. So I wish at some point I used the band because the band's phenomenal.
They are amazing.
And a band can like make and break your performance sometimes because they were making some of them singers sound amazing. And yeah. So,
killing it, yo.
But... oh yeah, I'm like chasing that high. I felt.
That was actually one of my watching the rehearsals, like right before the show starts, like the dress rehearsal. That was like my favorite part. Like seeing everybody do their thing.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you're really that good? Like,
yeah.
I've seen some shit, bro. Like some shit. And then also too, it's just like from watching the show, the second time around, when I had like a better understanding at like, this is still a show. They have producers for a reason, so they're going to try to set up the best show based on like the strongest acts to the weakest acts. You know, they have to make the lineup dynamic as well. It's still a show, so it's just like from watching that stuff, the second time around, my guard was down like super low.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, you know, I'm not like in that super competitive mode because I knew that to an extent I'm not in control over this.
Yes.
You know?
Gosh, yeah.
I'm not in control, so I was just mad cool with everybody. I'm like, yo, you did your thing, bro. Yo, what's your Instagram? The time before that, I was just like straight face, just like, nah, I'm gonna get this nigga. I'm gonna get this motherfucker.
Oh my God,
this nigga's nice. I gotta go in next time. Like,
that's hilarious.
But yeah, it's just like the first time I think I got 3rd place, 2nd place, and then I tied for 1st.
That's lit.
Then I didn't win the Super Top Dog. When I went years later, I got first, tied for 1st. Lost Super Top Dog.
God. But you still got, like, that's an accomplishment.
And they got some, I mean, the prizes was all right, too. Like, the prize money, a lot of people don't know that you get prize money for winning first.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, this is lit. You know what I mean? I can pay my bills. You know what I mean?
It was some nice pocket change. So, it was a great experience.
It really, really was. What other big shows have you done? In your head?
There was a party I did in Jersey. In my head, like, it's not as big like the arena as the Apollo, but it's another memorable one. The vibes were good, the energy was great, and so I'm dancing and I'm playing, and people are coming up to me, and I'm just like, why are you getting so close? They were tipping me and putting money in my dress. So of course, only the women were coming, you know.
I was about to say.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Like, my dad was there. No, it was only... it was only the women that were putting it in my dress. And the men, they would come and leave it on the speaker. The top of the speaker. And when I tell you, like, just everybody was just up, moving, good energy, good vibes, like... That's what I live for. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a big stage or a little stage. I just want to know that I am impacting somebody's life and we're having a good time. But those are the gigs I live for. And I'm like, when that happened, I'm just like, what are you? And so in addition to the money, I walked away with tips, like, for the night. I was like, I can get used to this. Just doing something I love.
The strangest tip that I ever got, pause, was, I'm sorry, I gotta pause the shit. My fault, bro. My fault. My bad. The strangest tip that I ever got, paused, was, there was one time before I even, like, performed, this one guy, he was like a jeweler. I didn't know until after the fact. Mm-hmm. He pulled up. He's like, hey, you know how to play that thing? Because I had the violin in my hand. I'm just like, yeah. He's like, I'm sure that you're amazing, and gave me like $300.
Are you serious?
I was just like...
And he didn't even hear you play?
No.
Until after?
Did not hear me play.
Wow. I need to find him.
And I was just like, that could have been anybody. Like,
yeah.
That could have been my brother just holding the violin and could have got $300 just from holding
Exactly.
it.
Like, you just been holding... Wow. That's dope.
That shit is weird. Like,
That's mad. But those are the most memorable. Like, I'm sure you'll never forget that.
no, I won't. I won't. I'm sorry for that silence. That silence was just me thinking about all the weird shit that happened from playing the violin. Like,
yeah.
Weird shit.
A lot of weird stuff. I'm trying to think.
Like, even like women approaching me and like hitting on me and shit like that. Just weird shit. I'm like, why would you say that? Like, out of all the things to say, like, oh, hey, my name is so-and-so. Like, no, you got to say some weird...
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, fam. Like, now I'm uncomfortable. Now I don't know what to say. I already got like a fear of talking in public now. Now I don't know what the fuck. Come on, man.
Well, you know, musicians, once you play an instrument, you automatically become just everything.
Everything.
In a lot of women's eyes.
Listen, I am not that. I am not he.
I'm dead. I'll tell you, like, yeah, musicians. Yeah.
I don't know what it is though. But
I don't know either,
even to a musician, there is something very sexy about another musician.
And then you don't have to tell me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is, son. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the chemistry or like you guys having things in common, but yeah, it's dangerous.
But the way she's stroking them strings, boy, I tell you, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god. But yeah, so I'm not surprised that that's happening to you.
I'm sure it's happening to you too. People pulling up to you saying some weird shit. I'm like, what?
Has it? No, nothing crazy yet. And I don't know. Maybe it's because most of my gigs, my dad is there. So
I be by my damn self. So all of these predatory girls be pulling up to me and shit.
Sounds about right.
That shit is weird. That shit is dead ass weird. Cause it's just, as I keep saying, I'm a regular person. Just have a conversation with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to try to impress me.
I'm dead.
You don't.
But you're a star. With like,
I'm regular, degular, schmegular.
You're MattViolinist.
I'm regular weed. Like, come on. I'm regular, degular. Like, and I'm saying that because I'm also just a regular person.
Yeah.
The musician shit is secondary to who I am first.
Right.
That's why I'm just like, yeah, just tell me what it is that you want to talk about.
I got you.
You want my Instagram, you want my number, just ask for it.
I hear you.
I'm saying, like, come on. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We've been doing this for like an hour now.
It's nice to just talk to someone who like does, it's like in the field you're in and plays the same instrument that you play. It's different talking to like a keyboardist or a drummer.
Yeah, their life is completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Completely. But yeah.
Nah, but the happiest musicians that I've ever met are like bass players and drummers.
Really? Let me see. That's true. It's saxophones too.
They be mad happy. They be mad happy. Like, fuck y'all, man. What y'all so happy about, man?
That's
like,
a good thing, though. I love happy
You over here
musicians.
stressing playing this damn thing.
Yeah.
Like having a bitter baby mama. Like, come on, son.
I'm dead. What? Love happy musicians. Just in it, yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, do you play full time or do you have like a day job?
I play full time. I do definitely before we got quarantined, I was babysitting. I love kids. I really do. So even though I started, because I was a teacher, I'm a high school teacher, biology teacher, and I decided to pursue music full time. So I left that job, but I still continue to babysit occasionally during the hours. So this is what I do, you know, mainstream, but I do, and I probably will continue to babysit just because, you know, I love the kids.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Well, it's fire that you're juggling two separate careers, like the child care and then doing the full-time musician shit.
Yeah. It's just...
You know me. Well, you don't know me, but listen, I'm on that fuck them kids wave. I don't give a damn about these goddamn kids.
Kids are our future.
Are they?
Yes.
They said that same shit when I was a kid too, and look at me now. The fucking Grinch. Like, this shit ain't popping. Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh my god. Yeah, that's hilarious. No, kids. Nah.
I just think that saying is just funny. It's like
kids of the future.
No, it's just like as a comeback. Like I've been in situations where just like, sir, watch your mouth. There's kids here. I'm just like, man, fuck them kids, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to make me feel to myself because there's kids around. Them kids probably know more curse words than I do.
I'm hollering.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it is dope though.
But yeah, that's what I do. I like dabbling a few things, you know. I just like trying new things. If I like it, I try it. So.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
Damn, there was something else I wanted to ask you. I forgot though. Damn, I dead ass forgot. Well,
welcome back.
I'm not used to dealing with the silence and all of that stuff. But yeah, I dead ass forgot. You got any questions for me?
I had a whole bunch. Now I'm drawing a blank. Don't worry. I would say moving forward. Do you have a vision? Are you just winging it? Like where you know?
I don't want to be known as the musician.
Okay.
I think that I have way more to offer than just playing and smiling and shit.
Okay.
That's literally barely the surface of who I am, which is part of the reason why I've extended myself out to do like videography, like and podcast. I'm not the best speaker, but I know that I have interesting things to speak on. Yeah. You know, so yeah, I really want to like widen the bandwidth of what I'm doing, what I'm known for. You know? Yeah. So that's really like where my head's at as far as like where I want to be in the future. And I want to be able to support myself off of what I'm doing. You know? Because I haven't worked a regular job in like 10 years. Yeah. And then I started working the Amazon job and they fired my ass. They fired me.
You just couldn't do it?
No, they just didn't like the fact that I was telling them no.
Yeah.
They didn't like that.
You do that. Like,
I mean, you can do it. You just might not have a job tomorrow.
You won't have a job,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a big part of just like transitioning back, you know, once working for yourself, being a musician, and then trying to go back to.
Listen, I don't play that shit. I really don't. And it's just like, I see why, like my parents, well, just people, it's not just my parents, why people are so passive. Like, no, don't rock the boat. Like, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't rock.
It's like, nigga, what? I'm like, I just gave you 8 hours of my day. You want me to give you 11? I have shit to do, bro. I barely have time to go home and shower and go to sleep and come back and do the same shit the next day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
like, they fired me.
Fuck these packages. And fuck these kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm at a stage of privilege right now, knowing that, like, I don't need a corporation to, how can I say it? Support me. I don't need them. Yeah. They need me. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this goes back to like me just being brash and stern. Yeah. We're not gonna take it. Like, that's just how I am. That's just how I move. Yeah. You know, so I don't know. I just feel like anybody can do it. If you have the skill, I would never really say passion because people are passionate about some bullshit. But if you have the skill and you know you have something and it's of value, set your value fucking high. Yeah. And figure out a way to leverage what you have to get what you want. That's all you have to do. That's literally all you have to do.
Monetize it all.
Everything. Everything.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, and it's just like, I've had so many conversations about value, like with other like people that are entrepreneurs, musicians and everything. Mm-hmm. I'm like, your value is set and determined by you, the musician, the person that's selling it.
Right.
If you have $1 million product, you try to sell it to 1 million people, nobody buys it, but that one person buys it. Is your value at 1 million or lower than 1 million? It's at 1 million.
At 1 million. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you said it. It doesn't matter if 10 people buy it or one person buys it.
Right. The yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to set your own value.
You got to be bold with that shit.
Yeah.
You got to mean it.
Yes.
I mean my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's just like, for me, not to say that you can't make contacts in these kinds of events, but I'm not doing my act for $500. I'm not doing that. You want me to give you the works for $500 cash? You know how much time and effort goes into this?
Yeah.
I need this. This is what I need. Mm-hmm. This is what I need. Where's it gonna be at, bro? I know that venue. I know the manager there. That venue costs $100,000, and you can't pay me $5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, like,
you dropping so many gems right now.
No, but
I'm taking notes.
It's not even so much about taking notes, because there are ups and downs to this.
Yeah.
You know, I had the conversation with you before. Like, I had to mourn certain events that I lost that were literally in my lap.
Yeah.
Like, I did all the work. I I went out to whatever place and nurtured those relationships. You know, I got on the phone with the higher ups and everything. And then, you know, maybe you overshoot your shot. Come time to negotiate business. And I lost the gig. So it's just like, yo, I had to mourn that, because I'm like, yo, I did all of this work for it not to work out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It has its ups and downs.
Right.
It really does. So, I mean, with the ups and downs, I've learned a lot. I don't ever give my price over the phone.
Why not?
I feel like, for me, excitement and fear are forms of panic. So let's say if it's just like, oh, you're gonna perform for like the Obamas, right? It's just like, oh, what's your price? I'm so gassed in my head that I'm performing for the Obamas.
Yes.
Like, yo, I need $100,000. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
But it's just like, all right, like, whoa, do not panic. Being excited can make me panic. Being afraid can make me panic.
Yeah.
Let me get back to you. I'll email you, and I'll let you know what I'm thinking. So I get some time to think about it. Then you have some time to kind of chill and simmer for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I get back to you. I don't need $100,000. I need $90,000. Oh, that's right up our budget. That's right up our alley. Like, okay,
right.
Great. I'll take it.
That's so important. Even at gigs, some people tend to bum rush you and like, oh my gosh, are you available this? And how much do you charge? And I had to learn not to answer right then and there. You do not discuss prices at a gig, first of all. Yeah. And then second of all, like when so many people are bum rushing you and you're thinking about this and it may be a gig that you want to do or not, you know, all of those things can affect like what you tell them. So
right.
It
comes down to the details.
Shoot me an email. Exactly. Shoot me an email or, you know, and that's how we handle
I
it.
need
but
time, date, location, and what you want me to do.
That high is real. Like
no, it's crazy.
Or that getting
excited. It's real.
Getting excited, yeah.
Do not do business while you're excited.
Especially when it's with like an artist that you've always been, you know, watching, and you're like, and then sometimes not only it's the risk of overshooting but undershooting. Mm-hmm. You're like, I really want this gig, so I'm not gonna charge my value. But that's not yeah. I learned that.
The same way I'm not afraid to say no, I'm not afraid to have people tell me no.
Right.
If that's not what, if you have a budget, then why you ask me what am I charging?
Right.
Tell me what your budget is, and I'll let you know what I can give you for your budget.
Yes.
If I can do it at all.
No is your best friend. All my artists out there.
Your greatest friend.
Your best. Don't be afraid of the word no, and you can still be professional and say no.
Don't let them manipulate you into saying some other shit.
Yeah.
I say no all the fucking time and shit.
Yeah.
And if you want me to say it in Spanish, I'll say it in Spanish too. No, you know what's funny about language? No is damn near the same across every language.
That's true.
For a reason.
Uh-huh.
It's very important. No.
Yes.
Want me to say it in Spanish? No.
Yeah.
Want me to say it in Russian? Niet. It's damn near all the same shit. No, yeah. I'm not doing that. Don't take it personal. I'm just not doing that. I don't want to do it.
You have to like do what's best for you and really protect, your gift and your energy and your space.
Yeah, but it's just like, that's part of the reason why, like, I go so hard with this production stuff. How do you make everything great? I know that I can play. I know that you can play, but how do we make it better?
Right.
How do we set ourselves a little higher? And I'm telling you right now, like, the same way that the devil's in the details, when I really decided to, like, really produce what I do, it's minor things that set me apart from everybody else. And again, I told you, I don't feel like I'm the greatest musician. I'm a better producer than I am musician, I feel. But it's just, for that reason, is the reason why I can charge what I charge. The reason why I can separate myself from people.
Right.
And I tell everybody the same thing. You gotta pay attention to that shit. You know what I suck at, though?
What?
I suck at, I guess the musician aura. Like, oh, I'm a musician. Like that she, like, oh, yeah, I'm great. I'm a musician, yeah. No, I don't smoke Newports. I only smoke Black and Milds. Like, no, that kind of stuff. Like, how they say fake it till you make it. I'm not like that.
Yeah.
This is who I am. This is just what I do.
That's the real, yeah.
So there's been times, like, I went to, like, venues and stuff like that, and it's just, like, I guess being that I don't have that, I don't try to project that artist persona. I'll walk in and be like, hey, how's it going? I'm the violinist.
Yeah.
They're like, who? I'm the violinist. Like, oh, okay, all right. You just kind of get, like, dusted off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like when I perform, it's a different reaction.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, I didn't think he was going to do all of that. What the fuck did you think I was going to go up there and do?
Oh, my gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just like, and then they come to you, oh, you sounded so great. And where's that energy before?
Seconds ago.
Like...
But a lot of that comes down to, like, the way that you present yourself. So it's just like, I get called out a lot for having resting bitch face.
Okay.
So people have told me, like, you look, like, unapproachable and all that. I'm like, bro, I'm literally just chilling.
Yeah.
I'm literally just chilling. Like, I'm just here to do my job, make my connections.
Oh my gosh.
And breathe.
I get that a lot, especially in church. Like, I just go in and, I say my greetings, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is. I sit down in my seat and I'm like, where can I plug in somewhere? And that's that. You guys call me to play a solo, do a song, do a job, whatever it is. And that's that. And then they label you as stuck up and this, that. And it's just like, no, I'm here to do my job. I'm focused, like putting myself in the musical realm or vibe, whatever you want to call it. And so I get what you're saying. So I have to learn to be more, impressionable, as they say.
I don't feel like I have to. Cause for me, it's...
You're just like, I'm not doing it.
Because it's not me. It's not me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if there's one thing that I cannot live with on a day-to-day basis, is being uncomfortable.
Right.
I don't like that. Like, if it's not me, it's going to haunt me at night.
Right. But don't you think first impressions, like, you could mess up a huge opportunity that's for you, by simply not smiling? I don't know, just... How many
people have you like come across like, yo, this is a fake ass motherfucker. This motherfucker is fake. Like, you don't mean that hi. That's not your real smile.
Okay,
you're not in a great mood.
I got you.
The same way that I can sense that, I feel like other people can sense that too on me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't really have a great poker face. Like, I don't. Whatever I'm thinking or feeling is going to show here. My entire body language is going to react to it. In my head, it's just like, whatever you feel, just be authentic to yourself. That's it.
I got you, yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Funny.
Oh, he didn't greet me like an artist. What am I supposed to do? I said, what's up? I acknowledge your existence.
Yeah.
I'm just not up your ass about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That is hilarious.
Hey, it's Kanye. Hey, what's going on, Kanye?
So you're the same or all across the board?
What's going on? Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that panic shit, when you're happy and when you're like scared or excited, that shit is real. Some of the dumbest shit that I've ever done was through panicking. So it's just like, yo, just be true to yourself. Just relax. Just relax, man.
Yeah.
How long have we been at this shit? Too long. But let's wrap it up. I think we got some good time. We got like an hour and a half in.
Yeah.
2 hours.
No, two. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm saying, it flies by.
It really does.
It flies by.
It's just, and this felt more like a conversation rather than an interview, which is what I was afraid of.
I hate, and that's why I showed you the podcast with Boulder at first.
Yeah, it was.
No, that's just what we do.
Yeah, it's just like, don't ask me anything crazy. I don't want to answer. Don't do it.
I'm not
do
gonna
it.
do that
But this
to
is
you.
great.
I would never
I know
do that
you
to
won't,
you.
but you know, it's something that it's in the head.
I am super glad that you were on, my show. I can't wait until we put together our little something.
Yes,
put it out there because I already know that shit's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
But give them your Twitters and your Instagrams and all that shit.
Yeah. So my Instagram is _PriyaIam. So _PRIYAIAM. And same thing on Twitter and Facebook. If you just type in Priya DeBerry, you'll find all my stuff on YouTube. And yeah, just connect with me. Shoot me a message. Like my videos.
Make sure you come correct with that check. You heard? Anyway, we are out of here. MattViolinist Podcast. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Matter of fact, fuck it. If you get sick from this corona shit, if it's my time, it's my time, man. If I die, I die. I'll be all right.
Oh my God.
Just dead. All right.